Alright, abusua me mu bibia kwaba na me mfa mbra mega TV and platform eso. Nyankopon ehira papa any abibia mo support abudi mai e yem platform we eso. Elvis free anchor the member edma NDC amanyuko no osanso eka the manifesto committee the manifesto committee no he is part of it or kan hu bi na we any obi atwetwe enkomo na kire osaibu nsu ewo Asempa FM na uti nsema oka na uti msa Ashanti region NDC ebo adwuma wo in Ashanti region no NDC will break the chain. In fact the mentality a sebi ewo nkrofo adwemu the mentality a ewo nkrofo adwemu se oh Ashanti region there ya ye de ne MPP Ashanti region there ya ye de ne MPP there sebi e prototype and some cry ya ye dia enti yento abamomo. That mentality no is gradually changing as sanka kakra because of the manifesto team member and the able NDC campaign team members of Ashanti region no ebo adwuma. Until this time around I know say the Ashanti region no NDC will hit there stronger and will hit there massively. Vote will come from there. Yes, we know that. Mpesema kase bibiri yanko ne nkoti Elvis Afie Ankra and some of the two dabra one osaibu nsu ehia e wa Asempa FM. Credit goes to Asempa FM. What you say Asempa FM. Enti omona omu etimi multimedia omona omu bua ma yenso etimi yanko botwetwe bi enti abusia mpesema kase bibiri yanko na nkoti Asempa FM eye Elvis Afie Ankra oni obi enkomotwetwe omotwetwe ye and how sebi ene 757 billion Ghana cedis eye ka da Ghana for ye so and yet unemployment rates, inflation rates, just the cedi to the dollar ratio, and in fact enema akoso corruption akoso wabayimu and you represent Akufo-Addo no ankasa the special prosecutor Martin yewra mfanchim kiseja abenkra no went me unsolve waka wa drop a lot of fillers meso say odu we video ewa nya botre na tenase the tie nsem no one after the other. After that no in fact wa dream bi so beto MPP you change it right there right after this interview or have here intime perseme kasa achibibi yanko tie enkomotwetwe na how is course yankopon nhyiraw meso so document beto comment section na wa like dwumadi na wa share na foforo so atimi enyi biahwe yemtie nsem no fabra
atenase mamema na kwa abala fi yemfa nkomo no enhye so honorable boko de
nyame adom na so ai
ehu ache
papa ache
mi yeze bibia boka hoden wo ho
nyame adom nyame ti
fantastic so for campaign na ekosen
o nyame adom ekopa mo hwe this campaign who be that since I've been involved in campaigns since the year 2000 right at the center. But this campaign is very different. Just share the way in the past now you were Rollins team now maybe at Tamil's team GM team.
Yes.
But this time no. Apart from the three main campaigns, Sedun Ketia team, a running mate team, and a GM team.
Yes.
There are other sub teams. So youth organize a cranny team. Women organize a cranny team. The manifesto committee and there's a group within the manifesto committee almost
around. Okay.
Your group almost dealing with Savannah near your group almost dealing with Fuller. Challenges, but different groups, and I mean, say most of the MPs are in Ashanti region. It's going very
for I think the past 2 days more focus on Ashanti region.
It's
a part of more strategy,
also strategies there does, and our strategies evolve.
But you've heard and so say. Maybe the MPP campaign has been more aggressive, more visible than the John Mahama campaign. What is happening?
No, well, it depends on who you are talking to. But say MPP, they are government in power, and that MPP campaign. What I want people to know is a settings campaign.
Oh, sir.
A settings. So I say, what about you see? What about the others? They say, or come here, no, I swan for. So I say. You will see they bring people with buses. They don't be go crowd na hey move no more move. That's what
they move the same people around.
Move people around. So settings. By any campaign organic. If you want to know, check the way people respond when we are passing through a town or a community. Now, if I compare more, you see a big difference. Yeah, natural and organic. Or no need any settings and a campaign in Napoka is Napo, Napo. We are deliverance.
A slip of time.
But this kind of slip is not normal. So a one is okay. No, I hear two. No, I hear three. You whisper to no. And no crowd want it. If you vote for, then you vote for Mahama. What kind of slip is that? My brother needs help. There's something wrong somewhere. But in any case, well, it's all good. If Napo campaign, I send them one.
Oh wow!
The spirit of NDC and John Mahama,
all over the place.
John Mahama.
And you are impressed about my campaign this year.
Oh yes.
And you think, sir, you've put in the work a bit to secure my victory.
Oh, absolutely.
On the 7th.
Absolutely. Who shared the way and MSC. Yeah, I'm telling you, and John Mahama, God bless them. I don't know where he gets the energy. Master, me say me with energy, but that man is in a different plane. And there be a 9 year cry, a younger man. You break it down. Cause when they call back, we'll be here about 3 days rest. Now cry when you brew. The energy is not a joke. I say don't get to a different level. Professor Nana Jane, you won't even know where she gets the energy from. Not to talk about even the community campaigns. Yeah, a lot of community campaigns. Yes, constituency, every constituency be or more work or more community gatherings. I've been involved in many of them. Oh, bro, that's solid. The message is going down.
Are you? I've heard people say, sir, for a long time, no, we are getting into an election, sir. With 2 weeks to go, no, it's still difficult for people to predict clearly who is winning.
Oh, there be me winning, sir. The only thing I can say is that this is the most sensitive type of any election.
Okay.
Will be on your experience. Be okay, just okay. You're winning. We record that person is not wise. Victory is clear for the NDC. And I'm saying this based on analysis plus both polls, both local and international. We share local polls which okay. But what about the international? Standard & Poor's, Fitch, Economist Intelligence, they never get it wrong in their history.
But you realize from their reports that they source their data from local polls desk. And for example, Global Info Analytics was sourced in the Fitch report.
It's not always Fitch, yes, but Economist Intelligence Unit from the past how many years they kept on consistently. So you put all those things together, consistent. And I will share. Okay, so I was election director in 2020.
Yes,
2020. MPP had won by 1 million votes.
That's 2016.
2016.
Yes.
They had no more about they had 169 seats
in parliament.
Yes, near 106.
Yes.
After the first 4 years, they almost bowed down to 137. Controversial though because of some issues. We should have won those other seats. They had 137. We had 137. Our votes went up by 1 million. Our votes, we had 6.2 million votes. MPP 6.5. With all the controversies. And in the 4 years forward, look at the situation in the country, the way Alan has left them, and so many other variables. It's going into 2024. We know that the MPP is weaker than they were in 2020. And the NDC is stronger because we went to a Congress. Mama had the momentum. 90%. So the party support for him. And if you go to an election, an internal primaries, that when it's me and 70-80%, that means there's a problem somewhere. So if you put that together, the polling consistently over the past 2 years, you look at the previous election data, you look at current conditions, you look at our messages, and we'll come to that. And then you look at the credibility. Who would you believe between Mahama and Bawumia and Crawford two? No, so much of the two. No, who would you believe? we say no. I don't know. It's the momentum is on our side.
But with your experience, no, you also know say no two elections are the same.
Oh, absolutely.
And that so where the NPP was in 2020, now they compare 2024. Now we the fact say there is a certain Baumia in the mix. You get it totally wrong.
Yeah,
no?
the Baumia crying problem, no.
Sir.
Yeah, the Baumia crying problem, no. Because and maybe let's just begin to roll.
Yeah.
You see, who is Baumia? Baumia politically, who is he? This is somebody who came into the system with Nanado how many years ago? 12, 16 years ago.
Yes.
He jumped many other people. And the reason why they were going to pick Alima was in consideration. And Nanado said he needed an economist. Or Pobia would name economy because on said name economy papa. Until Pobia would name economy. And that's Sana ye a Ghana for. And on no buy no. Ne kasa ne bibio ye bia ne chese ono no onim economics no. Nti na no my economic lectures and your digital lectures. Enti ne bibia no oh your lawyer who call law school first lecture you bet you the groom nom mbana groom nom. That is the foundation, the source, the original source.
Yes.
Baumia original political personality, his political identity, the political philosophy, and economy. Also, when the fundamentals of the economy is weak, the exchange rate will expose you. At that time, the exchange rate was 4 cedis to the dollar. It's your no chess. Economy be a memu be a no. Nia would be a memu ne ko ye no a dollar no. Any day, am I money share and sir? Any MBA no chairman of the economic management team. And one buy introduce what
other member what a solid team.
What a solid team. And a solid team no. Yehu the performance of the solid team. CD has moved from 4 cities to 17 cities. We share your debt to GDP ratio. Satan no someone say that. Debt to GDP ratio was about 55%. Obviously, NDC for you you're incompetent. And net debt to GDP ratio, a koya could do 104%. It means see that. Let's say, I just say some borrow 4% and send it to Yaka. Who share the cumulative debt? Ye be free abemono na a kaya dear Ghana from Nkrumah 126 billion Ghana cedis.
122 billion. Yes.
Good. President Mahama Ebo Mubusia 54 billion. 54 billion. There are things we can show. I bet me a pointy says Anima way and a year I just a 54 billion here the IBB. And now I know Kasi, what is the total debt of Ghana? 757 billion. MPP has borrowed over 651 billion. What is there to show for it?
The debt stock has risen by that amount under the NPP.
Yes.
And then borrowing.
The debt stock has risen, but it amounts to the same thing. 767, almost 651 billion. What is there to show for it? Almost free SHS. The Minister of Finance at the last year or my free SHS, OCCA, they haven't even spent up to 20 billion. It would have 20 billion crying charm. Where is the rest of the money? If you look at the quantum of money, the opportunities they've had, it doesn't reflect. Apart from that, the cumulative resources are from Mills to Mahama. Cumulatively, we had over 300 billion Ghana cedis. MPP, calculated today, they've had over 1.2 trillion Ghana cedis. So 4 times the resources. We were operating with one oil field, one single one. Before I ever be free office, 2 Bekaho. You know, the Sankofa and the 10.
And the 10.
And those 2. So the resources available to them no more. Apart from that, you almost what we call cash buffers. Sinking fund. Sinking fund. Now I say there sinking fund. They be a sinking fund. I want money for the sinking fund. Sinking fund here, Euro bonds are near GGN. It's creative fund bia e was you twetwe bi gum sebre emre ne so a e ho kwachire na ye be free abemono. There was $500 million in the sinking fund. Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, there was $270 million in the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Stabilization Fund, I know you're part of your proceeds from oil. No, there are 2 funds, Heritage Fund and a Stabilization. Heritage and Finance Sanka. Stabilization in case there's a crisis. COVID by no money, any chum say we scour no $100 million. We left them $300 million in the stabilization fund. These are buffers, you jam what I said, and you jam a lot of assets UGMC, any adenia the projects are here. So they came to meet the country. You can energy sector. The Doomsaw problem has been with us from the time of Rawlings because of climatic conditions. Every 7 to 8 years, biano. Issue weather pattern necessary affect Yakosombo and the Doomsoba. President Kufo, Miami Rama, Miami Papa, no, or no crown at time, they no, you all know what happened. I don't want to go there. So I say, they do President Mahama, so what's I'll fix it. President Mahama almost tripled the stock of energy, the megawatts that were to almost 5,000 megawatts. That's what he did. Almost bad, but almost energy, no, you do a door so crowded, and I you treat your whole car, you near the bay, and now make me okay. We are back to Doomsaw. The only difference is that there's no timetable. Maybe my office, Yama light off, and Yama light off. What is Doomsaw? It means giving light off. So the energy situation now, no, a year dire. You create Esla, say. A car a friend legacy debts. Now you just out one near the near the clear net. Just it's me cleaning up energy sector. No, Esla no, yeah. Esla no say there be tax now here. Almost buy no more increasing the percentage of the Esla no. Esla no so you who be the scan. See, I mean no say the government owes the debt in the energy sector no is over $2 billion. So did we go or did we come? And all this no is on the head of Baumia. You listen to this. Bibia can be no. There has to be a certain context. So what I say. Ghana for someone kaya mamin kantromo. Baumia ni nanado. Omoba. These are some of the things they said. I shall protect the public purse. Personal crime said Jamaira. I'm too old to steal your money. I already have my own money. Nanado yeti sikaso and so I come there. And I mean. Try me and see. Very dangerous. Because you see, Baumia is telling people, say, one says, or no, or your mate, say, no, you're a driver. So what I say. So as I'm not kind, no, it has a lot of implications. So, on your experienced driver, only license, you try and share. You try will be share 8 years. I am not corrupt and I'll never be corrupt. Nanado. Any MPP on by corruption here, and we'll go into corruption, and I'll show you, sir. You cannot even begin to compare the record of the NDC and John Mahama to that of MPP. You can't even begin. What I say, the Nipa of Fano said on ye, the special prosecutor corruption wholesome. Or by appointing or says I Nipa will or cannot crave or you'll be aware integrity near there. Nipa ni be free so no. Or say Papa will or you're the mother serpent of corruption. Corruption mu premeditation pacho. Say me am kaya na beka say me me NDC ni. But yami do ne kayo near nanado nankasa appoint say no say omra mehwe corruption. E dey no hu ye. What I say? I can develop Ghana without borrowing. The money is here. You and only 651 billion. I will transform Ghana in 18 months. Meka we akosisu say Baumia is making promises again. Now say Ghana for who say before the past 2016 elections and 2020 no, they made all kinds of promises. They've not been able to fulfill them. I'll fight corruption with the ANAS principle. ANAS no crop baby akoshe. I'll make the Kole Lagoon and the Odo River a tourist site. I'll build a factory in every district. I'll give every constituency $1 million a year. That's Baumia. I will arrest the dollar. And I'll buy no swatch dollar, no, or the national bottom, or the keys now come IGP. So see, where is the dollar? People in Aboso Kai are suffering. Everybody on one SEO, Ghanaians are suffering. Teachers are suffering. Doctors are suffering. Are we not suffering more today than before? If you, those days, you know, when you have $10,000, you need just 40,000 cedis.
Yes.
Today, if you need $10,000, you need 170,000 Ghana cedis. They will tell you, say, some of them cannot come out, but a lot of them are sick. They've gotten stroke. They've sold their properties. Bro, the situation is horrible. The hike in fuel prices will be a thing of the past. And I'll make Accra the cleanest city in the whole of Africa. 8 years. After 8 years, I'll build 111 district hospitals in 18 months. And then Kokao baby no so enra or commission 20. And I'm say me a teacher ni my mom students exams. Me say mon ko trust that I'm famra by the end of the month. You fix it time. End of the month one farmer. Another period upon one farmer you that semester you're going to the next semester. Now the best written essay about we fail because you give us 18 months. 18 months, you know. Even after 4 years, we'll see you will build 111. Our commission 20, I'll see a month a month. It's a failure. If at 20 out of 111, I say in percentage terms, it's not a failure.
But having 20 hospitals at a go in a country like Ghana, that's massive.
Mr. Wu, what I catch is 111 in 18 months.
A projection.
We are talking.
Government work with projections.
We are talking about people taking people at their word. When people make promises, can we trust them? Do we believe in them? That is the point I'm making.
In much the same way, if another Ghanaian tells you, say, the NDC promised 200 e-blocks, more to me and sitting in, so it's a failure. Is that your argument?
But if you look at that,
and that they cannot trust John
Mahama. We started 127,
sure,
and we completed 48.
But they have also started 111.
But they said in 18 months.
Mahama said in 4 years.
Yes, in 4 years. Yes. But they said 18 months. 18 months, you know. They've only done 20 in percentage terms. 200 over 127. I say, what's the percentage terms? So it's 18%. Me what? It's 18%. Yeah, but
you don't do it over 127. You do it over how many you completed? You completed 46.
18% over. I will make Accra the cleanest city. I will build 350 new secondary schools from scratch. Secondary schools now, apart from that, Bawumia himself said he's going to get the Saudi or Arab nations to build 16 SHS. No building new university
in Zongos.
Zongo ministry no kra yefio. Zongo development for yefio. We will never go to the IMF for bailout, never. And then Anado himself came and told us, Emra na you who say economy no baby enye I raise issues. Mr. Tufos in a press conference there's going to be a haircut. Nanado, the president himself came out and said there will never be a haircut. Okay, he gave an address to the nation. Today, haircut, pensioners. When you go to an economics class, the first thing they'll tell you is that the safest form of investment is government bonds. Globally, since we are started seeing economy, Nanado and Bawumia, on my record history, they've been able to change that paradigm by entering the pockets of pensioners, taking their money, interest and principal. To the extent that a former chief justice, who is even a family member, had to go on demonstration. They didn't see that. Pensioners going on demonstration. You know the impact of that. The thousands and hundreds of thousands of people are buying Akoji Musika. Why yen she share ne BP draw ne also draw a D draw why she say Bosumi Biano or Beji say no their body bra. Now in that state of his life, no abiding in so mess. How do we give these people another mandate? I don't understand. I can't think far. We shouldn't make that mistake, please, Ghanaians. If you won't kai bibia, won't kai a board do mo share ya, that one alone is more than enough to tell us risky.
But if people should cast a more ballot based on promises of politicians, for failure, then all of you begging us for a vote, you don't deserve our vote. Do you? Why
not?
Issue.
Why not?
Because you've all fallen short.
No. You see, this kind of argument in here, this you said the MPP and NDC are the same.
No, not that.
That's not the implication.
You see, you've all fallen short.
No
promises are meant to me.
No, I will not agree with you 1 minute, 1 second.
Okay.
So I just say,
okay.
I be about with a certain agenda.
Okay.
At the end of the day, no be share cumulatively. This were some of the major promises of the MPP. So I say major, my kind saying bear 16, the two can bear 18. Out of this, which one of them no make me fulfilling? My kind 18 amount. You tried to be nice to them on the hospitals near Deno. So even assuming we even give them 30%, 18 no double no. We give them 30%, which is even a failure on this side. Out of this 18, which one have they been able to fulfill that? And am I a confidence and near more people can to be that is the issue. What I say, Bawumia glib na no de or kasa bekase on tram or my name because of opposition person. Oh, we're going to create jobs for it. Yeah, be fair, unemployment was 8.5%. Today it's almost 15%. And there is no basis for me. I say and Nadano. I was here politics no you move it to the level you bet me holding Crawford accountable for near omoka some bit me so I say now what share or major promises went to me and you so now I feel per se a sign a to abamau. You have supervised this mess. When I am chairman of the economic management team,
you made a point about borrowing, Honorable. Would you agree with those who say, sir, the question says, in recent time, we've seen the president commissioning project. Who education minister presentation on what's happening in the education sector, the number of capital intensive projects are on my. Would you still stand by the question? Says you cannot imagine what the
absolutely, because
really
relative terms. Okay. For example, bridge normal so yes, it's about 60 something million. By the time on baby, you drew by 700 million. So if you take that, school so in terms of we have major things that you can point to. You see, one of the things that happened to us in 2016, and it should never ever happen to us again. And NDC, we should never allow this to happen again. Say, and near my, I do I do a lot of training.
Okay.
Me call around, me training
for party for
Okay. Now, at the me hear me presentation, we almost say, yes, I near my way, you know, I am. So that's it. Yes, I near my way, you know, I am. My brother, it's an indictment on us, and we have to admit it. Sabaya, the next government of the NDC, those mistakes again.
Maybe.
Because sector by sector, my brother, water systems, ensure.
And they didn't find expression in the green book. Is that your argument? Say, I'm a green book name.
Even if it came in the green book, my brother, how many people will go and take the green book and go and read? It's the same with the manifesto. And one thing that some of us are going around to propagate the manifesto every day. Today, I was with Echo, and we were just looking at some aspects of them, and I'm saying, actually, we can't do this to ourselves and to Ghanaians. There is so much in there, so much. When you expect the average Ghanaian to come and take this book and read, it's not going to happen. It's your responsibility. Say, and near my ye catch Ghana for, and near my master energy sector. I've told you, John Mahama, he tripled energy stock of this country. Let me just take you through a few of the things. When it comes to the health sector, Tamale Teaching Hospital, Ridge Hospital, UGMC, Maritime Hospital, Bank Hospital, Child Sudoko Hospital.
And you are mentioning these as NDC project, not John Mahama project, right?
Yes.
NDC project.
Yes. Okay. Because it's the same. Tepa, Konongo, Formula hospitals. You know, as for hospitals, President Kufuor, Estati, I haven't gone into that. Okay, education, UDS, NDC, University of Health and Allied Sciences, University of Energy and Natural Resources, University of Environment and Sustainable Development, Regional Library, Oka Transportation, Terminal 3, Kumasi Airport Facelift, Phase 1, Tamale Airport Upgrade, Ho Airport, Strip, Tema Harbour Expansion, biggest in the whole of West Africa, Takrady Harbour Expansion, Circle, Kasua Pukwase, most of the interchanges in Yashase, Ansana, Omoba, Oba, revenue generation investment, a Atuabo gas plant, which is saving this country over $300 million every year. Anka phase 2, normal Anka by now, most of our energy needs will be using gas instead of crisis is because of fuel. That's what I said. They should have continued with that project, but gas, all kinds of deals. I don't want to go into that. Ameri and Kappa, the badges, the energy sector, Commander Sugar Factory, ready to be commissioned up till now, and also President Washe Bossa every day on my deadline. KTR market. Kotokraba market. So what I say, cheap compounds are you seek at 10%. Every yawa bemuno you seek at make 10%. They have contributed to the development of this country directly from my pocket. So what I say, I feel various things. So what I say, Ubemu said we did so much when it comes to water systems. Chebi cry, any moment. What I said, Barekese water project, it's all over. We did so much, but for some strange reason, we were not able to
tell the story well.
Tell the story well. So we shouldn't make that mistake again. So I'm saying that for all the money that we took, we have things to show. The 54 billion, we have things to show.
And they don't have things to show.
They don't have things to show.
Commensurate.
How come?
Commensurate with the amount.
Exactly.
You can't
say I'm a man of integrity. I cannot say they don't have anything to show. No. But I'm saying, commensurate with a near man now, it spills into insignificance. The kinds of things they have done. And they are asking for a mandate again. Now, in this Ghanaians, a mom mandate because
John Mahama said this election would mainly be about the economy. I've heard counter arguments say the economy debates no loud in Accra. Outside Accra, considerations and confusion are different. You've gone around the country. Is it real? Say they didn't be brave Accra. Who pay free Accra? A man for mine dollar and will see the name say economy in common. Is that what you are picking up?
Sure.
Omoto
crazy. Omoto fish. Omoto nam. Omoto drum. So what I say. Omo catches a no a dosso. So what I say. Sebi o encountered omotimito roofing sheets kakra. Or don't know fool. That's so cha. Or Tonya Macacra, Timito roofing sheet, na Nedano and the innovation kakra, or Timito cement, once I know a plaster, if you know, necessary, if you know your longevity, and then cement boy is saying, and now no, not cement boy is saying, roofing sheet, no boy is saying, and these are real things. It's sugar, no boy is saying, a citry, no boy is saying, Sabi and chain crowd buying, crazy or the good, not the money buying. It's a which no. You may say, Omonte, in terms of the statistics, but in their pockets, more life. They say, President Kufuor, your fan slogan, there was citrum not to a bam. A citron, no more, day, a momo, among 400, my brother. The other to 10, what you are saying, Ghana near Accra.
Sure.
So I say, it's where you fly over. Now for say fly over now, and no, meet me. I can say part of yes, so your name and yeah. So I say
in 2016
infrastructure. By and Crofona 6 near Brabo. So in the reverse, so come here, I say, and near many be the way amount for who people are not free SHS. Okay, it's a good thing. And President Mama can say it has come to stay. You're better. But I can tell you, so many parents need teachers kasa. Almost say, hey, free SHS here they buy near for senka. Every one kind. So say the baby econo. You want near my
So this is Nsema Elvis a free anchor with media to be and 70 dear Dawson. In fact, interview ni Dawson papa. Mumfanchem what I say mumfanchem with your manyini mumfanchem se mutwaso na opeso kuti interview ni full one se no midi kankan no credit no Asempa FM. Yes, into ko omo YouTube channel no so Asempa FM obuhye ma obetimi tie nsem nyina de okan no from A to Z, from 1 to billion, in fact trillion obenya de okan nyina atie inti ko na kweden kutie ensem no inti ensem no na odi gugu na nso na meto aso no ene mahuminu bi comment kakra amise udini elom podwo minim se wo hwe me dia I don't know wo hwe me minim osu hwe me bi because of se mega makoka se oh se no woto abawia e wo so free polling station wona akope ba bitina na sebi wo hwe no television so se brand so mo buba na wasia ba abusia sanse mu ya mekan no I mean no harm se ebia me kondo se MPP for nkofa nkrofo enkogina honom na mu nwia waba wato. I know say you protect your vote, but in other way I am trying to protect you as well, because we be timisi wo honom obi amanye ekosane obi. Yes, that is what you have to get it. Obi esane etimi kosane obi entime de ka make no anya ni na any kam ni se meka amasebi obi akowie obi. That is not my mentality and that is not my aim. But then the American say ebeya onso se bebusi bi nyado bibia sia wo ho enko kyerew Nasebi also believe to see the victory of NDC, and we all know say NDC for Aiden, Baba Mubio. Yes, NDC for Baba Mubio. Either you protect your vote at the polling station or neither you did not. NDC is going to win. And let me tell you, that protection of vote, it is not in the constitution anywhere. Say whatever we are free or announce whatever we are. But then a will be make your choice, and that is the reason why every political party in the game has a representative called the polling station agent. The polling station agent, and it's a polling station agent. Hold na say when me ambo vote who bra, vote who aya. You know, you have a distance. Let me tell you, you have a distance from the EC. Because what I say, so we have a demarcations. Demarcate honor. So they will never allow you to enter where the exercise are going on. I mean the elections are going on. And you know, in fact, you won't get that distance with them. Say we could number protecting vote. And imagine say obi obato na ba wie ukrum ha na ogina honom akase me protect me voter. Where will be the stand of the electoral commission at the polling station? Hefa no mo betimi agina ye omodwuma. You see, say me can we na say won tiase. In fact, you have your right to watch Mega TV and you have your right not to watch Mega TV. But many be me brabe papa my na just an advice, just like what I responded in the comment section. Advice and I'm a because in order to save your own self, ebiana wodwuma bidi o kono kodi 5 for number, you can come back to the police station and check or join the counting team. Do you get it? And join the counting team. That is simple as ABC. Into polling station agent now who see pertinent no. And a 1 year he must be held responsibly by the party because party form are paying handsomely to do that work. He has been trained to do that work. It is not your work. It is not your duty to go there and say me co-protect me vote. Many of you, me papa my I don't know you. Minim said the American or what me say, won't me sense to dia and no dear Sebia Busebia do bia I wanna drink until you can go ahead and protect your vote. And no NCS Sebi and I know that these elections, Yankopon Edikan Asalaki GM. God has chosen the NDC. So you could see say any plans be or the Babon Timbian, I mean the NDC for MPP for the Babon Timbian, now say they're failing. Any plans to rig the election or not failing? Nancy, how do you buy MP or pay MP ewo Gumwa East? On saying the voice and a dog clear no. But this man is what insisting. This man is telling Ghanaians saying the voice out. Because of say he has been caught, so he can't admit. And Yamiani no corridor elections, we have some people who are in charge of it, and everything that goes on, the polling station agents and no obey don't be taking charge of it. And this is more regain of my polling station agent must be held accountably, must be account for it, must be explain how our ecosystem. Enti mini be ma me papa ma dey na wo hwe me Elom Kwadwo. I think say that is the name. Sebia Nyado, you can go there and protect your vote. But mind you say, and I say, let me tell you, say you will not be allowed to get closer to where the exercise are going. By then you will be distancing yourself from them. And then no, and kadi ko baby kura ko ye wadia, and can you get profits. You get it, you get profit. And after the elections, then you go and join them to count. Simple as ABC. What you say? Until I say, send a who send focus mega or say, me MPP Nina Diadi, why me MPP me NDC in the moon, me Kagana no call the Magana. We can't ye yam for ye name Bragana. Imagine so be out for baby or soon in honum or coffee. Obia so to we gyina ho no Kofi Akoye na yi edu counting time na waba there will be a peaceful election. Obo say we be kwa gyina ho no MPP supporter be kwa gyina ho no NDC supporter be kwa CPP be kwa hwana ala be kwa obo say no mo hyase on Ghana for the wa before you sit here I say no mo gede de mo to challenge this hard no and also a lot of confusion any chaos so moment and wherever confusion chaos are, in fact police and security personnel will be available. Do you understand my point? And wherever Ghana find peace for itself, I stand by day. Me hona me wo said your mind be di nkunim anye party bi anye se bi amanyuko bi sure amanyuko ne ekoto ya ba man but at the end of the day no the person mind peace peace to prevail. Enti me kan we ya se bi abu se bi nyaado anye se bi me yobi anye se bi pese obi nwi obi pese se bi obi enkoto abanti obi no me ya maka na maka me see NDC will win this election. I'm not prophet, but I can compare myself to Reverend Isaac Usubempa because we are in one shoe. And there is nothing these MPP people they can do to win this election because at the honum clear. It's sanity. It's many a bema fache me. So ni me anya adwin. But Ghana no obiet me che na adwin. Said o che wa adwin no have welcomed it, but media the mesro ni say obepo baby atna na election no ekoso wi a wako county ni bi after 5 no but then also bekwa one kasa sebi o decision I cannot change it and I'm nobody to change your decision. So to watch Mega TV or not to watch Mega TV, it is in your own hands. The BS monhwe na munti de ekoso wo man ni mu nti mamemfa ensi ho no Nyankopon ehira mesro say obe subscribe to your channel na wa like dwuma de na wa share na foforo enye bi ahwe nti aka 10 days in fact 10 days aka ena poli do aka na poli do nti enche nkofo bi nbesu okurom ha transition peaceful power transition because of political power transition because of peacefully I mean peacefully and nobody will be hurt. Me say obia se bi akoko mu jakra nkafo nkuruma obi enwu akoko mu jakra nkafo nkuruma. So what the people are thinking well be say be kunipa be say no masa if you try it your blood is going to be shed rather than say obi kun obi eni ho ana ne ho beka. And this election is going to be the most peaceful elections we've organized in this fourth republic. Trust me, the NDC is going to win massively. That is an elephant share. NDC is going to win an elephant share, both parliamentary and say presidential. In Tabusia, sa ena mema mi cheba for United States of America ma mi Nyankopon yo kese sa bibia mo support am de mai yem platform so sa so ma no ye bi UK Nyankopon hia me ma me ena obi bia waje mre abre na bibia hwe Mega TV. Shout out to Elom Kojo a wo hwe me Nyankopon yo kese so do comment e baaye Nyankopon hia wo ontimase a just simple na waka no comment section no me ready me nso no response bia me de be ma wo ho no na masenya ba ha abe explain more na watimase na bibia tumi akoso enye ntokwa adwenkyere. That is the meaning of democracy. Yakupon shao makrao bye bye.